So I'm gonna put this rear deck. I'm gonna make this rear deck. I've got the wood for it. I'll show you guys. So that rear deck was made a long time ago, and I don't like how it is. I'm gonna pull these out real quick and get ready to pull this tray out and remeasure and make a new one. That tray's cracked as well, and it's not bolted in at all. It's just sitting there. So yeah, back to it. Cut out and Bondo and filler and all kind of stuff everywhere, but it'll work. So what I'm probably going to use that cardboard to make a template, which I don't want to do. Here's the wood. So this is the wood I got. I believe it's birch. I'm pretty sure it's birch. This is the old one. It's cracked. But I don't know. I think I'm just going to do 2 6x9s. I have hella 6x9s. I don't know why. I just accumulated a shit ton of them. But I think I'm going to do 2 at an angle. So like this, or like this, and like this. And then I'm going to make a bigger port here, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. We're still getting set up in here. That's the new digs. Hella space, no more cramped outside in the dust. So a new toolbox, finally, instead of my little baby toolbox. And I mean, it's already almost every drawer in this thing is fully stuffed. So don't let it fool you. Think I bought a toolbox and didn't have nothing to put in it, man. This thing is basically filled to the brim already, and some. Like, I got extra tools just hanging around. So still trying to figure out where to put stuff, but I got hella tools. There's still stuff that isn't even in here that I probably won't even be able to fit, but good investment, I figured. All my stuff's in one place instead of having to go dig through that little one over there. I'm giving that to my brother-in-law. Let me stop talking and start making this template. So back to it. It looks like it is gonna work. I like the way it looks. It's clean, simple. I don't like that it's super close to the glass, but that's all right. The boxes will make them sound better anyways. I'm really debating whether to put those 6.5s in the center right there, but for it, like, I don't know how to explain it. If you've had speakers in the back, like good speakers in the back, and then had them in the front, they look way better in the front. They sound way better in the front. But I don't want to mess with the door panels. Everybody puts them either in the door panels or the kick panels. The kick panels are going to kill the sound as well. I was debating whether to make like some kind of a pod to go up on the roof, but I don't know, that sounds funky. It seems like it would be pretty funky. Maybe in the center make a kind of a pod thing like they do in boats and RTV, or not RTVs, ATVs. I don't know. So I'm gonna get back to it. A lot of work ahead of me. So this is kind of the idea that I have for it. So just simple, just want them off at an angle, just 2. Those should be more than enough. I'm gonna put them in these boxes as well, so it should help even more. They should, be trying to go for sound quality, not loudness. So hopefully that'll work out. I have, here, let me show you. focal. I think they're 6x5s, 6.5, yeah, 6x5s. And then these, which just go, they're the little tiny midget speakers that go in the dash. So the dash on the Camaro, there's a speaker hole up there. So, and then that focal comes with 2 tweeters. So what I'm gonna do is buy little tweeter pods and stick them here in the corner. So there'll be one here, and then there'll be one on the other side. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with the 6.5s yet, but it looks like, as I showed you guys, I was drawing on the back side here. Let me take this all off and show you the back side. Hold up. So that's the only problem. So the weird squiggly lines that you see like that, that's the metal frame that's under the car right now. So I'm gonna end up cutting a little bit more out of that trunk piece back there. Just getting the shape for the rear. The rear has a little arch in it, so just putting it back in. I didn't show cutting it, but when I put it back in after this, it'll be arched to the back of the panel. What I wanted to show you guys is how I'm going to do the boxes, because I'm putting these boxes in here on the back side of this deck, and I was racking my brain trying to figure out how I'm going to mount those boxes to this after it's wrapped, because it doesn't fit in the Chevelle with the boxes. It's too tall. It's like 8 inches, and you can't fit it back because the slope of the trunk with the window, it just won't fit in there. So this is what I ended up coming up with. Not my idea. Didn't come up with it. I was sitting here for like 20 minutes. I asked hella people, and I posted on this base group thing, and this old head, he said he'd been doing it for like 30 years. He's like, yo, just do this. And when he said it, I'm like, duh. But sometimes you just need that outside input. So this is what I ended up coming up with. So, or what homeboy told me to do, this old dude. So these are going to be bolted to this. Well, they're bolted to this, and then I'll screw to the side of here into the boxes. Once this deck is wrapped and done and in the car, then I can put the box on and drill in here in each one. The red is the outline of the car, so everything that's past the red is steel support. I guess I talked to my cousin. He didn't do it, but whoever had the car before him cut a big ass hole out of the Chevelle. So if you know who that is, pop them in the mouth, because that's ridiculous. But anyways, first time using these for speakers. I've used them for wood, just nutserts. I don't know what they're called. Hold on, I have the box here. So threaded inserts, I guess. I don't know. So that way you can change your 6x9s without destroying the hole. If you've ever switched 6x9s, you put in a wood screw, pull it out, and it's shot. And then you do that 2 more times, and you just have a big ass hole. You got to start upping the size of the screw. This way it'll last. These are stainless. This, which is overkill because it's inside of a car, but I didn't want to mess around. So yeah, that's it. This is done. Now I gotta wrap it with the fabric over here. So it's the fabric that I'm gonna use. It's like a ultra suede fabric. So I'm gonna put my girl to work because she's a fashion major. So I'm pretty sure she can wrap this better than I did that rear deck. If y'all remember that rear deck, it was a bit sketchy. So, all right. So stop blabbing in your ear and get to wrapping this thing. So I'm just gonna time lapse it. Let me know what y'all think about the time lapse. If you want more time lapse, less, more talking, less talking. Just give me some input. Let me know. So, all right, man. Back to it. All along, first time, a couple of pointers that I would think. So making these sideways is hella more complicated than straight, which is why I think a lot of people do them straight. Because making them even on each side, it's not a straight measurement. You don't really have anywhere to measure off of. I mean, you can, I don't know that kind of math or geometry. But what I went off of was the holes here, and then distance from here, distance from here, distance from here, right, to make it center. And then these distance, this distance, you know, just to make it even. It's a little, this is a little off just from when I screwed this in. Probably for sure, I don't know. But yeah, it's in there. I think it came out really good for my first shot ever. More pointers. The boxes aren't necessary, but I plan on putting, I want to have either a W7 or I'm going to run I have a L7 15 solar barrack, and then I'm going to run two W612s. That's a lot of bass in the trunk. I don't want it messing with the back of this cone. Like, just going like that will move this cone. So if it's not blocked on the backside, it's gonna get hella interruption from the subs. So this way, subs won't be messing with these at all. Also, this port, just because I've had no port up for a trunk before, I've had it where you can open the back, and it sounds way better with the back open, right? I mean, anyone that's ever done that knows that. So I do like having the port of some kind. This is, I don't think I've mentioned it, but this is a ring for a Jeep. It's a billet dress-up ring for a Jeep shifter.